welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam and we are back with a classic, straightforward, no controversies, hopefully, everything normal and cool unboxing. I've had so many skips this summer, which is so unlike me. I don't normally skip, but there's just been books that I have not been a fan of. So I was skipping things, and then there was like quarterly stuff coming in, the horror and the romantasy, and so like my unboxings have just kind of been all over the place. But this time we have tried and true 2 owl crates, 3 fairyloot, 1 illumicrate. That's it. So this one should be pretty straightforward. I think I only know what one of these books are. Potential to get a duplicate, I would not be surprised, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's jump right in. We shall start with the owlcrate adult fantasy. The box says Enchanted Forest, so I'm thinking that might be our theme. Let's take a look. For the theme, I'm assuming Enchanted Forest. We have a tea kingfisher, which is hemlock and silver, and it's got this like silver kind of material all over. We got a grumpy old looking cat. What is up with you? What is your story? Ooh, the hand coming out of the mirror. Now, what's so funny about this is I recently read for Battle of the Booktubers, I read a tea kingfisher. I read A Sorceress Comes to Call, which I got from another UK special edition book box. And I was like, I don't know, I just don't really jive with Tea Kingfisher's fantasy as much. And even like the horror, like her humor and mine don't go along. I don't love a cozy, love the horror elements. Me and Tea Kingfisher, you know, this year have been really testing each other. Flash forward to now, September, I listened to Thornhedge by Tea Kingfisher. A similar fairy tale retelling novella. It was fine. I understand the hype, I understand what people enjoy. I just don't think Tea Kingfisher is for me. And I guess we will have a final test. I get it. Tea Kingfisher's a huge author. It totally makes sense to me. I'm just not that into the cozy horror fantasy. Like just straight fantasy horror, you know? I don't want the coziness as much. But the back says all mirrors could be dangerous. I did not hate Sorceress Comes to Call. I gave that one 3.5 stars. Thornhedge was like a low 3 stars. Like it was simply fine for what it was, but wasn't like a crazy thing. I really enjoyed What Moves the Dead by Tea Kingfisher, and that was a novella, so I was like, maybe the novellist. That was not the case. I've read Hollow Places, did not like the humor in that one. It's just, you know, we're all over the place. Here we are with yet another one. Let's see what this one is about. Healer Anja regularly drinks poison. Not to die, but to save, seeking cures for those everyone else has given up on. But a summon from the king interrupts her quiet, herb-obsessed life. His daughter, Snow, is dying, and he hopes Anja unorthodox methods can save her. Aided by a tactical guard, a narcissistic cat, and a passion for the scientific method, Anja rushes to treat Snow, but nothing seems to work. That is, until she finds a secret world hidden inside a magic mirror. A dark realm may hold the key to what is making Snow sick, or it might be the thing that kills them all. This is a dark reimagining of Snow White, steeped in poison, intrigue, and treason of the most magical kind. Yeah, I mean, as we know, Tea Kingfisher really enjoys her retellings, and I don't begrudge her for that. Oh, this is dope. This is a dope reverse dust jacket. Oh, I might actually swap it if I keep it. We'll see. It's kind of giving Belladonna. It's kind of giving, if we're being so honest, the 13th Child, which is incredible. I, as we know, am obsessed with Erin A. Craig, so anything Erin A. Craig, like, she is my girl. I don't know where I'm gonna stand with this one. I like the idea of somebody who, you know, does apothecary type things. I like the idea of having portal magic through mirrors and being like dark and creepy. It's kind of giving the Hollow Places. It's also giving the same friend group similar to A Sorcerer Comes to Call, and especially Nettle and Bone. This is really giving Nettle and Bone, which wasn't my favorite. Honestly, it's probably my least favorite fantasy from Tea Kingfisher. So I just don't know where on earth I'm gonna stand with this one. Really, I don't know. If anything, I will read this for the narcissistic cat alone, because what grumpy little cat. I'm so intrigued. What's the cat story, really? But, you know, if this is the taste test of final chances for Tea Kingfisher, like, okay, so be it. Oh my god. And then, moving right along, let's jump into the very stuffed owlcrate young adult. And I believe this theme might be love triangle. Whoa, what is that? What is this satin bag? What is this? I'm sorry, this looks so luxurious. I think I need more gift wrapped things, because this just feels like extra special. I think it's just a blanket. Yeah, that's crazy. What a crazy way of being like, look guys, a blanket. I love that. Okay, what do we have here? Werewolf's Howl, throw blanket. Wrap yourself in the comfort of love that never fades. Inspired by Jacob Black. Inspired by Jacob Black's devotion, this cozy flannel blanket will bring you comfort and warmth of Jacob's heart. Oh boy, howdy. So this was designed by @Nala Quizzes. anyways, yeah, let's break into this. What the heck? What's so funny, and you guys probably wouldn't know this about me, I love the Twilight movies with my whole heart. Have not read the books yet. It's truly my biggest crime. Like, I know I haven't read Hunger Games, but like not reading Twilight is really the big one. Where was I going with that? I guess that's all I wanted to say. I just haven't read the books, but I really want to. High up on my list. Love to have a nice little blanket for, oh, that's what I was gonna say. I don't have a lot of Twilight merch, just surprisingly. Okay, so the blanket says, I only see you, even when I close my eyes and try to see something else. They're incredibly soft. I have many of these blankets. They're kind of thrown around my room at all times, but this one I might get the most use out of, just because, well, it's Jacob Black. I mean, why not? Of course. The next thing I'm seeing is the Enchanted Elixirs collection pin for August. So here we have an enchanted pin. This is based on Twilight by Stephanie Myers. Oh my god. So Twilight coded. What is happening? The potion bottle says, oh, it's so small. The lion fell in love with the lamb. It's stupid how excited I am about Twilight stuff. I really want to watch the movies now. Boy, oh boy. Here we go. Okay, the next thing I'm seeing is Vampire Crest paper clips designed by @NoOneDesigns. These are very fancy. I don't know what special thing I would use these for, besides like maybe clipping a journal for a video, but I don't really film my journaling stuff. But these are really fun. I wonder what exactly these are inspired by. I'm wondering if it's like multiple Vampire Clan things, or if it's just specifically like Vampire Academy or something like that. Wish I had a spoiler card, but very cool. Very fancy. Next thing, Nosferatu pen and ink quill set. Whoa. Whoa! I don't really want to take it out just because I don't want to ruin the niceness of it all, but whoa! That's fancy stuff. Damn, that's like so fancy stuff. This is crazy. This might be my favorite box of the entire year. This is so good. Okay, next I see a journal. Why not fulfill his nature? Since he could not change it, he might as well revel in it. Evil will never find peace. It may triumph, but it will never find peace. Okay. I don't know what that's a quote from. My brain's like maybe a dowry of blood, but I don't think that really fits. I'm just expecting a dowry of blood at this point. So this is just a ruled lined notebook, little ribbon bookmark. Very cute, very small. Got the red edges. It's cute. I really like the design. It is kind of dark, but it is very gothic, and I do enjoy it. I like how this looks. No idea what I would write in this, but maybe with my new ink and quill. Okay, and then we have the book. Definitely vampires. The last vampire book I read from owlcrate was Immortal Dark, which has been my favorite book of this year. High hopes on this one. This is Blood Moon by Brittany S. Lewis. I have not heard of this, I don't think. The back says, for we were fragile, folding slowly into sunken breath, ravenous and longing to eat. Ooh. I am very intrigued. Okay, so it's giving Twilight, and I love that. It's kind of like giving Twilight meets A Good Girl's Guide to Murder or any other like crime mystery. Honestly, this might pair really well with The Glittering Edge, which is pitched more similarly to like The Raven Boys, which I haven't really read, so I don't know. But it's kind of got that same high school feel, but close friendship. I don't think this one has like werewolves and vampires, but I do think there might be magic use in this one, but that can make for a really interesting pairing. Ooh, interesting. So this is the author of The Undead Truth of Us and The Dark Places. How interesting. I'm so curious. Let's read what this is about. Oh my god, a synopsis. Love it. Mirabella Owens grew up with legends of wolves that traveled to her Midwestern town to protect humans from vampires. Of a werewolf that fell in love with one of the undead, unraveling a blood-soaked history. But Mira stopped believing in those fairy tales long ago. She stopped believing in a lot of things after her mom left without a trace when she was only 13. As Mira begins her freshman year at Lakeland University, she's ready to leave the past behind her. Only the past isn't finished with her yet. Strange animal attacks are occurring around campus, reopening cold cases tied to her mother's disappearance. The only person who seems to know anything is Julian Santos, the boy who is hell-bent on getting Mira to leave campus for reasons she can't begin to understand. But Mira refuses to let him keep his secrets, not when the truth is the difference between life and death. Mira will have to accept that there is much more to the old town's myths and her growing feelings for Julian than she ever could have anticipated. And as the blood moon rises, she will come to know a world that will shatter her past and change her future. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Not my favorite font choice for this book, but that's okay. Wow. I kept searching for stories like The Vampire's Diaries, True Blood, and Twilight. Yeah, from a diverse perspective. Oh, how fun. I'm really excited. Yeah, I love having more black vampires. I think that's like a really niche genre and category for books that I think honestly is hard to like miss, like hard to have a bad time. And I maybe am saying that just because I love Immortal Dark so much, but I am very intrigued by this. This might be a must-read October book for me. I think honestly, while we're here chatting about it, let's look at that beautiful cover, and I'm going to see if I can put it on hold on Libby immediately. While I wait for my library to get that acquired, let's jump right into, I believe this is going to be the romantasy and adult fantasy from fairyloot. So first thing we have is Crowned by the Stars, and this is the romantasy box. Okay, I'm very excited to have a copy. I've been kind of seeing the buzz around this. I've been seeing anticipated release videos talking about this. It's been on my radar, let's just say. So I'm very excited to have a copy. This is Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kemmer. I don't really know anything about this except for what like the original cover looks like, and I was like, yeah, that should go on my radar. This is the same author who wrote so many things. A Curse of Dark and Lonely, Defy the Night. I don't know what Letters to the Lost is, but she's written a lot of romantasy books, fantasy, romance, whatever you prefer the terms and lingo. So I am excited to see what this author can do outside of A Curse of Dark and Lonely. The first book, fantastic. The second book, okay. The third book, god awful, one of the worst things I've ever read. So I'm excited to see how I feel about a new interpretation, a new story. I have not read Defy the Night yet. I do have it on my shelf. But now that series is done, I should probably binge it. But let's, oh, she's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Do you think it's a love triangle because it's a love triangle, or do you think maybe they're poly? I will get a poly romantasy someday. I understand it's probably considered white shoes, but I'm down for poly. Give me some poly books. Okay, let's see what this says. Who should you trust? Warrior King Maddox Cryanonons. What a name. Fire magic has earned him the ruthless reputation. But now his kingdom is slowly burning, a blaze he cannot control, and his one chance to save it is a marriage alliance with the neighboring royal family of Astranza and their power to manipulate the weather. Who should you love? With a war on the horizon, Princess Jory's home needs this alliance, but her family is hiding a dangerous secret. Their magic is fading. When she meets her intended, he sets her heart aflame. But what will he do when he realizes she's deceiving him? Who should you kill? Once a young nobleman causing mischief with Jury in Astranza's plaza, Asher is now part of the Hunters Guild, until he sees the target. Someone wants King Maddox and Prince Jory dead. Now Asher must decide what he's willing to do to protect the woman he loves and the king she's about to marry. Ooh, classic. Okay. This sounds pretty okay. It kind of sounds basic, I'm gonna be so honest. It doesn't sound like the most unique romantasy story of like, oh, well, they have to get married. I do love a marriage of convenience. I like an arranged marriage trope. I like the unrequited love, but also he's, you know, maybe it's possible. It does, I don't know. It is interesting. I won't know until I read it, but it does seem like she's pretty set on this king, so it's like, why even introduce a third besides like stakes? But I don't know if this is going to be the first book in a series. I am excited to see like what her take could be, if she can make this sound interesting and new. I mean, A Curse of Dark and Lovely was very good, but also was a fairy tale retelling. So like she can make things unique and interesting. I don't know. I'm a little hesitant about it after reading the synopsis because it just sounds like so many other things. It's an absolutely stunning edition. So like, don't get me wrong. Look at them. They look great. Now, this is the one that I did know we were going to get. See You in Hell. It's R.F. Kuang's newest book. I knew that this was coming. I don't remember how I managed to spoil myself, but I knew that this was happening, and I'm very excited for this. Early ARC reviews weren't looking so great. Now that the book is out, reviews still aren't looking too great. Some people do just really go to war for R.F. Kuang, and that's fine. I am planning to do a dedicated reading vlog to this because one singular person requested it, so that is kind of on my schedule. So I will be reading this beautiful book. She's gorgeous. Alice Law, you naughty girl. You're trying to go to hell. I don't know. I'm still hopeful. I do want to have a whole reading vlog for this and talk more about it, so we'll have to wait and see. But I am happy to have a special edition. I have a beautiful, it's not in this room anymore, but I have the most beautiful edition of Babel from illumicrate, so I'm happy to continue my R.F. Kuang collection, if you will. Grad student Alice Law has only ever had one goal: to become the brightest mind in the field of analytic magic. But the only person who can make her dream come true is dead, and inconveniently in hell. And Alice, along with her biggest rival, Peter Murdoch, is going after him. But hell is not as the philosophers claim, its rules are upside down, and if she's going to get out of there alive, she and Peter will have to work together. That's even if they can agree on anything. Will they triumph or kill each other trying? That's a very short synopsis. What I have heard is that there are so many tangents in this book, and it's Dante's Inferno meets Piranesi. I'm excited about the Labyrinth. I think labyrinths are so cool. I really enjoyed Piranesi. I have not read Dante's Inferno because I am not literate. So I'm excited to see the take on this, if I like it, how I can digest it as somebody who isn't the most academic. Very intrigued by this one at the end of the day. I'm nervous about it at the same time, but I'll remain hopeful for it. I'm excited to have it. She's a beautiful edition, a beautiful copy. I hope to like it. And that's the best I can do really for myself, but I am hopeful that I'll enjoy it. I know a lot of people haven't, but you know, a lot of people don't like Babel, and I enjoyed that one. A lot of people, no, I think everybody universally liked Yellowface for the most part, and I think the Poppy Wars are pretty popular. Poppy Wars are the only series from R.F. Kuang that I've not read, so, you know, doing alright with her collection, her works. But yeah, I'm nervous about it, but we will soon together find out how it goes. And then that means we can open up the young adult fairyloot. Oh, that's right. I had to open this one. I've peeked in this one. I don't normally peek. Hold on. I'm normally not somebody who peeks at her things. I'm not normally one who peeks at her boxes. I actually genuinely open all of them with you guys at the same time. But I was messaged by my friend and she's like, hey, just heads up, I opened my fairyloot and it was damaged, so you might want to check yours just in case. We get ours around the same time, and so there's like a window in which you can request for like fixes and refunds and whatever. So I checked it, no damages. Thank goodness. So let's jump in to this month's theme, which is Behind the Veil. This is the August spoiler card. First thing I'm seeing, which I didn't spoil myself with like the items, it was just the book really. First thing I'm seeing is a beautiful tote bag. And I think, funny enough, this is Glittering Edge, which is the book I mentioned. So that was a fairyloot book. But these are the characters. I don't know if I love having character art on a tote bag, because it's like, I haven't read the book, so I don't know these people. Got a nice zipper though. No pockets. That's fine. Very large. A good travel bag, I suppose. But yeah, I don't necessarily love character art on items in which I would wear out and about, just because like nobody's gonna really know what this means. And so it's just kind of like, for me, if I was to use it. The tote bag was designed by at the LOL logo. And yeah, inspired by Glittering Edge. Not spoiling too much. These are so heavy. Okay, the next thing I'm seeing is some bookends. And they're like a gate of some sort. BW Academy bookends. Let's see what this actually says. Bookends designed by at Jez Hawk. Keep your bookshelves organized with a pair of bookends featuring the gates and front facade of the Blackwood Academy from Immortal Consequence by Ivy Marie. Gotcha. So, yeah, they're just, gates. They look fine. I think they'll probably look nice on my Dark Academia shelves, so I don't have an issue with that. Okay, the next thing I'm seeing, I'm very excited. This is a TBR tin designed by at The Creeping Moon. How fun. So it says, books to read, adventure awaits. It says on the back, Once Upon a Time. But it has a little coin slot. So honestly, you could even use this as like a piggy bank if you wanted. But how fun. What should I put in this? What kind of, should I put prompts? Should I put books? We're gonna have to figure out how to use this. But I would love to use this. I love the colors. This tin is really cute. It's very much a good vibe. Books to be read. An adventure awaits. This is very fun. I have to, yeah, give me ideas. What should I do with this? Should I put books in it or prompts? We'll think. The next thing I'm seeing is a Language of Dragons sticker set designed by at Duckheim. 2 sets. That's incredible. I always complain with stickers where it's like, they'll give you like 5 and you're like, I'm paying you so much money. Please give me more stickers. I have many uses for them. So this is like a dragon horde these stickers belong to. And then cute little dragons. This is giving, honestly, Aurelium. And I think G works for fairyloot. So I wonder if she's all like inspired in any way, but these are really giving Aurelium stickers. And I'm for sure going to use these in my Aurelium journal. Like 1000%. These are incredible. How fun. These are so cool. These are really good stickers. And then, to no surprise, we've got some overlays. And these are, of course, for the book, which is Immortal Consequences. So, very excited. And this was designed by at @polearts_. I'm really enjoying the amount of overlays we're getting with fairyloot. I just think it's so fun to put in a book. So here's the first one. Oh, cuties. I love the color palette. All right. Whoa. I don't know what to expect with this book. But for whatever reason, I wasn't expecting like multiple characters or perspectives, which is silly because that's a very common dark academia thing. I know that I think there's trials in this one. I think I'm going to be reading it very soon, which is even more exciting for me. And then we've got the collectibles, which is designed by at Avondale Art. And it's, oops, so sorry, that was upside down. This is Ren as the Empress, and we have Augustus as the Hierophant card. They look great together. Cuties. I mean, definitely giving like dark academia, almost giving Wednesday Adam vibes, you know? But very nice, very cute, very pleased. And then, of course, that leaves us the book. This is Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is only the beginning. I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna be so honest. This is such a gorgeous copy. What a stunning book. I love the color palette so much. I'm so excited to read not only what this is about, but the actual book itself when the time comes. So let us see what this is about. Welcome to Blackwood Academy, a school located at the edge of the afterlife. Once a pupil passes through the academy's arched gate, there is no way out, except if they triumph at the decennial. Winning allows a single student to be granted a choice: graduate and join Blackwood's magical elite, or cross over to the mysterious, unknown other side. Ren and August are fierce rivals, their every encounter treading the line between hate and burning desire. Irene has never cared for rules and would destroy everything to win, even her only friend, Masika. Olivier had almost given up on securing the nomination, but now he'll do anything to keep his beloved Emilio with him. Each of these 6 students has their own motivations to win and their own secrets to hide, but they aren't the only ones playing. Blackwood's games and a sinister, shadowy force threatens existence as they know it. I'm so excited for this one. I love that so much. It's great to know that we are following 6 characters, but there's going to be like more in the competition. I'm nervous that it might be trying to do too much. I actually have no idea if this is the first in a series. Okay, so this is her first novel, so this is a debut, which is very exciting. I'm so pumped for this one, and I've seen reviews where people are like, a lot of characters, it's kind of giving the Atlas 6 in a lot of ways, which I am hesitant about, but I don't know, this just sounds so up my alley. It sounds so good. I'm really, really intrigued and excited for this one. Oh my goodness. There's just something about it that makes me so excited. Like, I've been excited for this one for as long as it's been on my radar. I've had this on my library hold for a really long time, so I'm really excited to read it hopefully in September. I'm gonna let my camera cool. See you in a bit. Time has passed, and now we can jump into illumicrate. So this theme is Kill This Love. It's kind of giving Glittering Edge. It's kind of giving Twilight. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look. First thing I see is storybook, setting, location, magnet, inspired by Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Does not say who made this. This was designed by @NoOneDesigns, inspired by Quicksilver. Yuvelia is maybe the place. Love it. I like having little magnets. I've been putting them on my computer. I don't know if that's good for computers, but that's what I've been doing. The next thing, oh my goodness, we have, okay, this is a set of 2, inspired by The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Amelia Wen Zhao. Realm of the Immortals, ceramic containers. What does that mean? Are they pots or are they cups? I can never tell. Oh, they stink. They don't smell good. Artwork done by @Julie_artwork. Defy the kingdom of night and strive for immortality with our ceramic containers inspired by the Scorpion and the Night. It just says ceramic containers. Are these for plants? What am I supposed to do with this? It's the shape of a tumbler. What do I do? Help. I could easily drink out of it. I don't think I'm supposed to, but they're very nice. They look good. They're a fun shape. Show them together a little bit better. There you are. They're very nice. They're very cute. I don't really do plants too much, so I can put fake plants in here or bookmarks, which is normally what I do. The next thing is a Cloaked in Betrayal cushion cover inspired by Silver Cloak by L.K. Stevens. I'm not really a pillow person typically, just because I don't really care as much and I don't really have like pillows just lying around, you know? But it is cute. And this was designed by @RiotBones. It's very nice. It's got a little zipper at the bottom. You put a little square pillow into it. It's cute. I like the couple. I have no reference to this book though, but it's nice. I just don't foresee myself using it, unfortunately. And then the next thing we have the Celestial Deception acrylic stamp kit inspired by Heavenly Bodies. I really need to read this. It's been on my radar for so long. So it has a little like clear block that I believe you put the stamp on, and then you can stamp with ink, which they don't supply ink, but I do have some, luckily. And they look kind of Zodiac-esque, you know? They're nice. I don't know how much use I'll really get out of these. But like the swords, the flowers, they're pretty universal. And then you've got some more like specific things like constellations. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was very off on the book. I actually saw this on Jan Agaton's TBR. So we have Voidwalker by S.A. McLean. Very pretty, very wintry. So maybe this will hold off until winter. The back says, appease the beasts and keep them fed, but never invite them into your bed. Cute. Love a nursery rhyme. Love her hair, truly. Like, that's good. That's nice. Okay, it's kind of giving maybe vampires. Does she have a tail? Do one of them have a tail? I need to know. I have so many questions. Let's see what this is actually about. I'm very curious. That's so funny. So I just read her little author bio, and our rainbowed hair girl is, of course, a chaotic bisexual. We love to see it. All right. Let's read what this is about. Fiona Amara is a smuggler. Antal is the reason her people fear the dark. 5 fairies stolen magic between worlds, stockpiling funds to keep her village free from the blood sacrifices humans have paid to Antal's immortal species for centuries. Only legends whispered through the pine forest recall a time when things were different, before one world shattered into many, and the flesh-devouring beast crept from the cracks between realities. With their sable antlers and slender tails, lethal claws, and gleaming fangs, now mortal lives have become food to pacify their carnivorous overlords, exchanged for the precious silver energy that fuels everything from transport to weaponry. When Fi is hired to smuggle a bomb into the capital, instincts tell her the risk isn't worth the pay, but the entreaty of a long-lost flame guilts her into accepting. Until the heist goes horribly wrong, and she finds herself thrown at the feet of the reigning immortal as payment. She always known the dangers of her trade, but of the power she's wielded since childhood, allowing her to see the secret doors between dimensions, to walk the void itself. But nothing could have prepared her for meeting Antal. For the deal she'll have to make with him, and what the deal will ignite. A revolution and a temptation, for how sweet the monster's fangs might feel. So this is the author of The Phoenix Keeper, and this is an era-defining new fantasy universe, unmissable for fans of world-building scale of Sarah J. Maas and the world-shifting stakes of Rebecca Yarros. Ooh, those are some tough names to throw around. I'm gonna be honest, I have read The Phoenix Keeper. I got it, I believe, from illumicrate, so they seem to like her. Well, that's nice. It's cozy, it's, you know, got a queer cast. It's a zoo of mystical animals. I thought it was fine. It's not great. It wasn't fantastic. So to be like, oh yeah, I wrote that book and therefore this is going to be similar to Rebecca Yarros' Fourth Wing or any Sarah J. Maas, that's big shoes to fill. And I don't think you want to comp your books to those titles if you can help it. I know it's usually the publishers that do it, but it doesn't usually help you. It's usually more of an issue, but I am excited. It honestly, and this is maybe a niche cut that people won't get. I have not seen the newest or any of the Disney zombie movies, but it's kind of, for some weird reason, reminding me of the newest zombie movie, Zombies 4, where like they introduce vampires and daywalkers. I don't know why it's giving me that kind of vibe, but I am interested in her walking through the void. It's kind of like D&D's Dimension Door ability. That seems interesting to me. I'm not swearing this book off by any means. It's just doesn't sound super fantastic. I don't love a heist. It's kind of reminding me of Silver Elite because I'm currently reading that and I'm just not liking it, so I don't know. Yeah, interesting choice. Let's do double face outs of these books. With that all said and done, those are the things that I received. Overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty pleased. I'm surprised that we don't have duplicates. I was really expecting Voidwalker to be Blood Moon. Glad it's not. Excited to read things. Now we have to do the hardest part maybe. And I have to tell you my rankings of how I think I'm gonna like these books. I think, weirdly enough, this little shorty, this little cutie pie, Blood Moon, is going to be at the top of my list of, like, most excited, what I think I'll really love. It's just really given Twilight, and I love that for the vibes. Following, I gotta stay hopeful with Immortal Consequences. I'm planning to read it soon. I've heard some feedback that's not fantastic, but I really want to love it. I really want to like it. I'm hoping it goes better for me than the Atlas 6 did. And then, I think we simply must put Catabasis. We just have to. I'm hopeful still. I want to like it. This is where it gets kind of tricky, because I'm not necessarily excited for these, but I guess the kind of bland and basic plot of Warrior Princess Assassin would go next, because I could probably at least get good banter out of this one, even if the plot itself isn't the most engaging. But now's where I really struggle, where it's like potential Silver Elite type comp, or a T. Kingfisher that I will either feel mid about or hate. Maybe I'll love it. Who knows? Maybe this is the one. I think, what do I do? I'm gonna tie these at the bottom because I can't really make a decision, but for this, for the purpose of our stack, I think this is what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna put Voidwalker on the bottom. I don't love a heist in a book. It doesn't really excite me. Nothing about the premise like made me jump for joy like some of these others, but what a beautiful stack. These books are also different and I'm really excited about that. I just love getting books. This is like the only book shopping I've been doing all summer, really. So it's really nice to have like this little like Christmas every month for myself to remind me that I do like reading and it brings me joy, and buying nice things for yourself with your hard-earned money is good. That's how I justify things in my brain. But that's all the things. If you made it to the end of this video, how about we put some moon emojis down in the comments for Blood Moon, my most anticipated of this pile. I really hope to read Blood Moon. It comes out September 8th, I believe. So I'm really excited to get to that ASAP. If not September, then for sure October, because it just sounds like the perfect spooky fall vibe book. Voidwalker, if I get to it, will be in the winter because it's fully a snow bug. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed, and I cannot wait to see you guys for the next one, next video, next unboxing, whatever you prefer and hang out on this channel for. But I appreciate you guys being here. If you're watching YouTube consistently and like you're on YouTube a lot, apparently likes are really big right now and YouTube wants people to like videos. So if that is the case, please leave not only me a like, but any content creator that you watch a video, they put so much time and effort into it. Just give them a like. It takes you 3 seconds. You might forget sometimes. Good practice. If you watch a video, give it a like. Unless you really hate it, then like that's to each their own. But help out a creator. We'd all really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Bye!